a spirit baby message live. Let's see what our babies want us to know at the beginning of this month as we're entering the last quarter of October. All right, spirit babies, what do you want to communicate to your parents at this time as we're entering this new month? What would you like to communicate at this time to your parents? All right, spirit baby messages. And no more baby talk. Y'all heard it. Your baby don't want to hear the stinky butts and cutie pies. Your baby said they grown. They don't want to be talked to like a baby. Mommy, my daddy has already been chosen. I want a biblical name. There was a teacher-student dynamic, so you taught them before, and now they are coming to teach you. All right, and delegate. And that's crazy. When I first started this message, I was going to say, like, maybe you're trying to take on too much or, you know, move too fast, and you may need to slow down, because I was just having, you know, a lot of issues when I was trying to get this stream started. I was driving cars. I was just all discombobulated. Okay, you have a deceased family member coming back as your spirit baby. And small acts of kindness, volunteer, social work will help you connect to me. Okay, so if you've been considering volunteering at a certain place, or just doing something to help out a certain community, then you should do that. That is your spirit baby nudging you that you should be in some kind of social work or something like that. All right, and then we have a deceased family member is coming back as your spirit baby. Okay, so someone that has already passed on is coming back as your spirit baby. So they're coming to guide you. We already talked about delegate. Like I said, if you got a lot going on, you know, talk to your support system. Make sure you're not doing too much. Your spirit baby wants you to put some things down. No more baby talk. Baby said, no more of the baby talk. My baby told me this. This is why this is so funny to me. And mommy, my daddy has already been chosen, and I want a biblical name. All right. So let's see what this is about. All right. Let's talk about no more baby talk. Because this is cute to me, because this was my baby. Like I think this is gonna be like my second born child, because like he is very like set in his ways. Like he wants a certain blueprint. He wants things to look a certain way before he comes into the earthly realm. So that's the energy that they gives me for myself. All right, so let's talk about no more baby talk. Why doesn't this, what's going on? Tell us about no more baby talk. Good morning, y'all. Thank you for the like. Okay, no more baby talk. All right, so we got 9 of coins. Yeah, this is someone that has worked hard for what they have, you know, very successful. So this is giving me the energy like your baby, like you, when you communicate, if you're able to communicate with your baby right now, like you could hear like a very mature voice that's guiding you. And that could be your spirit child. Like our spirit babies, some of our spirit babies have many lifetimes, you know, have many duties throughout many realms. And you know, being talked to like a baby is like a sign of disrespect to this child. Okay, this baby that also is communicating no more baby talk, they also want you to focus more on your health, be determined to enjoy life. Yeah, they want you to know that you can do it. Whatever it is, they want you to know it. Tell me more about this Nine of Coins and no more baby talk. Five of Knives. Yeah, you could have had, like, or you could be currently, like, having issues with stability or getting something to take off. But your baby wants you to know that that was a part of your past. You need to forgive yourself for that because the stability that you want is coming. Yep, Father Coins at the bottom of the deck. It's coming. Nine of Knives at the top of the deck. Hope is coming. Hey, bye-bye, love. What's up? Okay. Yeah. Let's see what else this baby wants to communicate with no more baby talk. No more baby talk. Yeah, this baby could be like mine. Like, that your baby wants a sense of stability when you, that's good. Your baby wants a sense of stability. Like, it could, like, for instance, my baby does not want to live where I live at now. Like, I have, started part of my family already here. And I ended that part, like, I ended a part of, and I just feel like my baby just does not want to be a part of the past. They want me to do something that builds on my future. Okay. All right. So we got take a pregnancy test. So some of y'all could be pregnant and not know it. And you talk to your baby like a baby and they like, So you need to take a pregnancy test and, you know, I connect to you through your emotions. So your emotions could be like all over the place, like just up and down, like you just feel one way this minute, feel another way another minute. Okay, baby, you might not want to be in here because this is not for 7-year-olds, but I hope you have a good day. And you don't agree with something, you don't agree with a part of the conception contract as well. They want you to know. And life contract met. You're meant to adopt me. Okay. And some of you, like I said, you've done what you need to do in life and you are ready to adopt a child. And if you are already pregnant and you feel disconnected to your baby in some kind of way, they want you to know that they are so in love with their new body and all they need you to do is support them emotionally. You know, get your emotions in check so they feel supported. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, I traveled far to find you. Yeah, I told you this baby have many lifetimes. So, like I said, they are very mature in the spirit world. So they don't want you to talk to them like they don't have experience. Okay. All right. So, my daddy has already been chosen. All right. So, what does the mommy need to know about the daddy that has already been chosen? Where is all these children coming from? Okay, so we got the Three of Baskets. The Ace of Sticks at the bottom of the deck. Railroad Bill. So this is giving me the energy like you need to enjoy life. Do what makes you the most happiest. Do what benefits your health. Be determined to stick to whatever that is. Because it's going to give you that fertility, that new start that you're looking for. Yeah, the grandchildren. Yeah, be determined to get to this place of healing. Be determined to have faith that you're going to receive the blessings that you ask for. Like, this is giving me the energy of like a mom that just doesn't know. Like, tell me more about the Three of Baskets. Oh, my son just turned 6 yesterday. I remember him being 3. That's so cute. I think when my son was 3, no, that was when he was, never mind. Okay. So yeah, like, this baby wants you to know that their father has already been chosen. This father is very stable. This father can provide. This father is Mr. Fix-It. This father is very practical, very resilient, someone that you can count on. This person could be, you could not have met this person yet. This person, you could meet this person at like a school, a church, or some kind of higher institution. Or this person could literally be still getting worked on in the ethers. Like, this is someone that you have a past life connection with. Yeah, according at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, someone that aligns with your family values, someone that's not scared of intimacy is coming towards you. Oh my God, that is so cute. We got Libra babies. That's what's up. Okay, so a spirit baby, like for myself, I had an ectopic pregnancy 5 years ago. So I had a failed pregnancy. So anyone that has had a failed pregnancy, or never been pregnant before, thinking about adopting, or just you want a child in your life in some way, and you feel like you're supposed to be a mother, then you have a spirit baby that's guiding you to get to a place in life so that you can bring them out of the spirit world into the earthly realm. Yeah, like you could definitely have a spirit baby, girl. Like I had an ectopic pregnancy about 5 years ago. The night before I went to the doctor to see exactly what was going on, I heard a baby cry. There was no baby around me physically. And like I wasn't really tapped into my spirituality like that. So, but like I've always been like told like little superstitions. And when I heard that baby cry, I knew right then that my baby wasn't going to be born this go around. And like I kind of disconnected from it for a few years, and then I just kept hearing the spirit baby term, and just like yourself, I'm like, what is that? And I started reading books on spirit babies, and here we are. But yeah, Christy, you most definitely probably have a spirit child. Like whether you already have a child, like usually after you have your first child or after you have some kind of failed pregnancy, that's when you start wondering, like, do I have other children out there? Am I meant to be a mom? Like if you have something like that lingering in your mind, wanting to adopt, yeah, you got a spirit baby out there. Okay. But yeah, you're going to find somebody that fills your cup. Somebody that, like I said, is not scared of intimacy. All right, tell me about this person in this dynamic who is not, that needs to know that their daddy has already been chosen. Tell me about this person. Okay, so you could need to check your my chart. Someone could be a bully, a Capricorn sun. So you could be dealing with a male, like your co-creator could be a Capricorn sun. His sun placement could be a Capricorn. So that's one way that you can know. All right. All right, can you tell me more about mommy, my daddy has already been chosen? H, C, so those letters could be significant. Okay, something about an August Virgo could be significant. Someone could have a probation violation. Someone with a Libra sun placement could be significant. the month of March, Pisces, Aries could be significant. Someone could have a criminal background. Someone's license could be suspended. And the letter L could be significant, right? So if you are wondering about this spread, these are some traits that'll tell you if it is meant for you, if it's something about it stands out. Yeah, okay. All right, Spirit, what's your advice? What is your advice for this mother who needs to know that the daddy, the co-creator of their child, has already been chosen? What's your advice? Yeah, to heal. To heal, to know that better days are coming, to know that you still have time is what I'm getting from this energy. Yeah, it's time for you to get another perspective. Like maybe you're like myself, you had a perspective where all your children were going to come by the same person. Something like that. And it just wasn't meant to happen that way, okay? You had a karmic contract to fulfill with the first person that you're with, and you have a better contract going forward. Like you had to go through something with someone else before this baby came. This is your energy. Okay. All right. What other baby messages do we have for my mommies that relates to mommy? My daddy has already been chosen. Okay. I haven't been a child in many lifetimes. So this could also, part of the first message could also be yours. They want you to stop talking to them like a baby. They was like, they grown in the spirit world, so don't talk to them like a baby. They're not an infant yet. They're not an infant again. They're still, and they OG is what I'm getting, okay? So I'm meant to do something big. I'm going to be well known and admired. Yeah, so you need to, get your health up, get your, just your joyful life. You need to find experience in that, okay? Just that. I want to be a boy this lifetime, okay? So this is a boy. Okay. I send you steady streams of emotion. Yeah, this could definitely be a part of the same energy. Like some of you could literally already be pregnant. Some of you could be getting pregnant this month. I'll express beauty through art, music, or movement. You could see yourself busting out in a tune, just start dancing out of nowhere. Being social, just talking to people. So, yeah, this is your baby communicating through you. Yeah, I'm a girl this lifetime. I knew that was going to come out because I'll express beauty through art, music. That's my spirit, baby. That's my girl. That's my one that's going to come first. Like every now and then, anytime I look in the mirror, I want to start singing or dancing or something like that. So I know she's trying to get me out of, this strict boy mom vibe that I'm in, and, just trying to soften up my edges. I know. All right. Anything else on this second spread? All right. You could have a dog. I come through loyalty and unconditional love, companionship, loyalty, perfection, joy. Yeah, this is giving me the girl's energy. Like she just wants you to be happy. She does not care about your stability or any of that. She just wants your soul to sing. She wants your aura to just shine bright. That is all. So once you get to that place of healing, like this baby gonna be ready to pop out. Okay. All right. So let's see. We got I want a biblical name. So we got that to come out again. Let's see what we can know, what we can find out about I want a biblical name. I want a biblical name. And yeah, like with this small acts of kindness here and teacher student, like that's giving me that you could be a teacher and you could volunteer at like a school or something, or thinking about volunteering at like a school or community center. And if you are, you should definitely do that. Okay, I want a biblical name. Tell us about this energy, spirit. I want a biblical name. Nine of Knives. All right, so with the Nine of Knives here, this is giving me like this person, this baby either wants a name, like wants a biblical name of someone from your past, like a family member from your past that has passed over, that also has this same biblical name. That's what I'm getting from this energy. Then we got the Mother of Knives. So you could heavily be into the Bible. Like, instead of using tarot to communicate to God, you use your Bible. Or your Bible is like your initial source, or some tool that you actually use for sure. Yeah, you could have like a significant Capricorn placement, or like a fixed sign. But you could be going through a change of religions, or just getting more set in your religion or spiritual practice. And this could be how you, this what's get like sparks you, or gives you the confirms like the name that this baby may want. What else can you tell me about the Nine of Knives in this biblical name? A Nine of Knives in a biblical name. Nine of Knives. I want a biblical name. Nine of Knives. I want a biblical name. Okay, so they want me to pull from the Who Is It from deck. So we're going to see what letters pop out. And we'll just go from there. Alright, okay, can you give us some help on this biblical name for this spirit baby? Like telling us, giving us letters, any kind of confirmation that the mom needs that is leaning towards this biblical name. Whatever you can give us that just rings that bell that this is the name for our child. I want a biblical name. Okay, R. Alright, someone could sleep in a car. N. Like you could be an RN, or like the name of this child could have the letters RN in it. You could be the letter 9 could be significant. You could be, your birthday could be on the 9th. You could be a life path 9. So we got C, H, B, N, and R here so far. I'm not in my Bible like that, like I used to be. So right now, this is not really telling me anything. So, but like I said, if you are like heavy Christian, you and your Bible, like I'm pretty sure whatever it is, it'll come to you. Someone could have a smile out of this world. They're being supported financially. This could be definitely, it's definitely giving me a boy that wants this biblical name. And you could be like, could deal with someone that has like an unstable living situation, that sleeps in their car, that also could have like a biblical name that this baby could want. Alright. Someone who keeps their phone on like D&D for extended periods of time. Also, if you're someone you know like that, the number 7 could be significant. So I don't know if like 9, 7 is like a specific like verse that you're looking into right now, or what. But I'm trying my best, y'all, to give you the confirmation you need so that your baby loves their name, you know, loves their life, and I'm not coming into the world with any residual anger. All right, 6. There's a lot of numbers coming out. What was that? Okay, so something about Chuck E. Cheese. So yeah, baby, it's gonna like Chuck E. Cheese. That's cute. August, and someone could have locks. So we got a B out here now. So let's see what we got. We got H, U, B. We got N. Like you could call, like that's giving me that bun, or you could call your baby honey bun or something like that. That's how you know this message is for you. Okay, in November could be significant. Okay, let's see if we can get one more card out here for I want a biblical name. Mother basket. So you could be a water sign, feminine. Okay. Yeah, you could be a water sign, feminine. And we got Big Mama, the sun. So I'm gonna also pull, not pull, but tell you what verse is on the Big Mama page. The name Chloe could be significant, or Russell. But for the sun, let's see. Where is she? A Big Mama. Okay, Timothy. So your baby could also like the name Timothy. The verse is 2 Timothy 1:5. I am reminded of your sincere faith, a faith that dwelt first in your grandmother Lois and your mother Eunice, and now I'm sure dwells in you as well. So those could also be names that, you know, ring a bell or whatever. All right. Okay. So a deceased family member is coming back as your spirit baby. All right. Tell us about this deceased family member coming back as a spirit baby. Tell us about a deceased family member. No, I did that wrong. It's okay. I'll go back. Tell me about deceased family member is coming back as your spirit baby. All right. Mother Knives. 8 of Coins. Father Coins. So this is giving me like you could be someone that is like you got a lot going on right now. Like you are in a process of like building some kind of stability, building some kind of legacy, and it's like your discernment is being tested. You know, or this could be like your person's mom or grandmom. Like this could be like your co-creator or the male that's in your dynamic, the father. This could be like their mom's name. Or if this is like I said, this was given, like this is giving me that I want a biblical name energy. So it's giving me like this child wants the name Like maybe that a grandma mentioned to you, or something like that. Someone who has ties to the Bible, or I don't know. Yeah, someone that could be like pushing you to read the Bible more or something like that. Or someone that introduced you to the Bible. Like this person could be coming back as your spirit baby. Can you tell me more about this energy, spirit? Paul. Yeah, like I feel like whatever, like I feel like this person, this deceased family member that's coming back as your spirit baby, like this is someone that you really respected, that really supported you. You know, whenever you came into like a hard time in your life, like they helped you get through like the hardest of times. Yeah, like they helped, like when things were thrown at you, like they didn't allow you to, it's like they just saved you from a lot of Miss Robinson energy. Like they are meant to guide you out of or help you detach from some kind of demonic attachment that you have, and go through some kind of change to get this stability that you want. Like it's like they are focused on doing that for you, focused on making you get another perspective. All right, Spirit, what can you tell me about this deceased family member coming back as your spirit baby? What can you tell me about this deceased family member coming back? Okay, so this could be your 5th child. Something could be happening in 5 months, 5 days. Okay. You could play the lottery. You could play like your birthday a lot. You could have met someone online. All right, the letter U. You could have 2 full-time jobs. Could have met someone online. Someone, a friend, that's trying to convince them of your worth. Someone could have a smile out of this world. The letter C could be significant. Someone who plays homophobic, but really down low. Okay, we got C and we got U here. All right, anything else you can tell us about this a deceased family member coming back as your spirit baby? Okay. Yeah, October Libra could be significant. This deceased family member could have had an October birthday. Someone could be Irish. Someone playing the world's best stepdad but a living deadbeat father. Okay, what else can you tell me about this person who deceased family member is coming back as a spirit baby? Okay. Yeah, someone could, yeah, some double confirmation on someone who has like a unstable living situation. Long time no see. Yeah, number 7 could be significant. Alright, we're gonna pour this last little bit of who this is, who it's for, who's about, whatever. And we're gonna pull the last baby messages for this. Oh, yeah, you could have had an ectopic, a miscarriage, or, you know, a stillbirth. Someone could be short, hotel hopping, and got fired. So, yeah, somebody living situation is really unstable. All right, y'all. So that's what I have for the who is it for deck. Now I'm going to pull and see. We're going to get these last baby messages for I want a biblical name and a deceased family member coming back. Like I said, I feel like this spread really ties into each other. Like for some of you, you could be about to get pregnant very soon. And like you're going to be in the energy of having or needing to take a pregnancy test, because that did come out for us. Some of you are in a place where you are ready to actually go through with an adoption. You have met the life contract. You've done what you need to do in life. So if you've been considering adopting, you're ready to do that. And then like some of you could be just having a tough time in life right now, and you have a deceased family member that is moving as your spirit baby to put you in a place of stability, so that to heal you, so that you can, you know, prepare to be in parenthood. And like I said, if you have been having little nudges to do some kind of community social work, that's your spirit baby pushing you to go out and help someone. Like it could be you know, at a school or something like that. But yeah. All right, so let's get these final baby messages. Final baby messages. Final baby messages. All right, make room for me. See, yeah, this baby wants you to make room for them. For some of you, y'all have been in like a parent-child dynamic before, whether you were still their parent or they were your parent, because we did have it where they didn't want to be talked to like a baby. So, you know, yeah, we got very angry. We got a baby that's very angry. I connect to you through your emotions. So when you see your emotions like all over the place, your baby is upset about something. They want you to know it. And they say, I haven't been a child in many lifetimes. They're worried about you and daddy right now. So make sure you and your partner are practicing like a healthy work, love, life balance. You could also have like an intuitive connection with your baby, where like you could just think something like, I wonder if I'm having a boy or a girl. And next thing you know, you see a baby girl walk through your path on TV or whatever. You have an intuitive connection with your baby. Your baby is coming from the angelic realm, so your baby has never experienced, your baby's soul has never experienced the earthly realm, okay? Make room for me. I haven't been a child in many lifetimes, very angry, and we can face this together. So, like I said, that's giving me that deceased family member that is in that spirit baby energy right now, helping you to get to a place where you can join parenthood. All right, let's get the last baby messages. Last baby messages. I'm not ready. I send feathers, songs, and numbers, so you know it's me. So that gives me another of that intuitive connection. Approach me formally. So like your baby wants you to approach them in a more formal manner, like, hey, I'm such and such. Are you my spirit baby? You know, they want you, approach them with some respect. Put some respect on their name, okay? All right. They said don't worry that happened in your past life. So if you having like bad dreams, nightmares, you know, scared to experience parenthood, that's something that happened in your past life, okay? And they want you to know that you have time. So don't push, you know, the time. All right. What is our karma together? They want you to ask them, connect with them and ask them, what is your karma together, which would clear some of those bad dreams that you're having together as well. Karma brings us back together lifetime after lifetime. Mommy, I'm coming this lifetime. Why did you choose me? So your baby also wants you to know why they chose you, so you can prepare your life to get in alignment for when you bring them to life. Heart chakra, open your heart. I'm already here. Healing, grief, forgiveness, and compassion. Your healing is my doorway. All right, so just keep that in mind. All right, y'all, this is what I have for y'all. I hope you enjoyed this segment. If any of y'all are in here and you want to ask a question, you want me to clarify anything or ask anything just for yourself, as I'm clearing this desk, feel free to put it in the chat and I will address your question for you before I close this out. Alright, I'm being called to actually pull a timing for you all on this message, so I'm going to do that too. So if you have any questions regarding your spirit baby, any questions you want to ask to confirm, you can ask them right now. I don't mind pulling for you. I appreciate y'all liking, following, subscribing, watching, and to show my appreciation, I'm here on live and I don't mind confirming any questions that you want to ask your spirit baby at this time. So if you got a question, put it in the chat. I'm going to pull some timing cards and I'll check the chat in a minute to see what's up. All right, divine timing. All right, spirit, what can you tell my mommies? My mommy's who child wants a biblical name. My mama who child wants a biblical name. In the nearest future, okay? So the baby who wants a biblical name, they're coming in the nearest future. Trust that it will happen when the time is right, okay? For some of y'all, it's going to take a little extra timing, but like I said, anything could change at any moment to put you in alignment, to put that conception cradle above you and your partner's head, and all I say is just all it takes is a little work. Can you give us a self-care message for my parent whose child wants a biblical name? Feel what you feel. You have the right to feel what you feel, but remember that you always have a right to be happy. Okay, so like I said, it's just something about your past that you're not, satisfied with, that you wish you could change. Just know that it was meant to happen for a reason. You are human. It's okay to feel what you feel. Definitely go through the emotions because your baby wants you to heal. They want you to, go ahead and forgive yourself for all those things so they can come in to your open, clean heart. All right? Okay? And fuck being nice. Like, no, don't be over nice to people. Find balance. That was the first message as soon as I got in here about not trying to do it all. Don't try to juggle too many things. Okay, so what about my parents that, what was it? What about my parents who baby does not want to be talked to like a baby anymore? My parents who baby does not want to be talked to like a baby anymore. Within a month, okay? So within a month, you could be seeing some kind of changes. Maybe the communication changes. You're talking to them like they want to be talked to, or like I said, this could be movement and conception. Something around July. So if you do conceive in this month, July is definitely a possible conception. Or in September, you could have conceived last month. Okay. All right, what's your self-care message for Don't Talk to Me Like a Baby? What's your self-care message for Don't Talk to Me Like a Baby? Self-care message for No More Baby Talk. Declutter, okay? All right, so it's time for you to make some kind of room. You need to let go of old items, create a new sacred space for yourself. So maybe it's time for you to create an altar where you dedicate to your spirituality, where you go sit at a specific time of day to communicate with your spirit baby. But your baby wants you to make some room for them and get some rest. They know you tired. Okay? Yeah, and get pretty. Doll yourself up. Glow up. All right. Last timing message for, let's see, what was my last message? All right, timing for this last message. Mommy, my daddy has already been chosen. Mommy, my daddy has already been chosen. Timing message. My daddy has already been chosen. Time is still unknown. Okay, so like I said, this could be your partner still being worked out in the ethers, but you are being asked to get in a place where you are going to be ready to receive it. Okay, so just know that the father of your child has already been chosen by your child, your spirit baby. And all you need to do is, what's your self-care message for my daddy has already been chosen? What's your self-care message? Focus on your career, plan your career, create milestones, and have a strategy to set yourself up for success, okay? And be open to receive. So yeah, this is spirit telling you be open to receive. So when this person get here, like, don't be tapping your foot and haven't done any healing. Then when they get there, you don't know what to do with them, okay? So, yeah, get out of denial. Denial to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles, or addictions, okay? And have faith, most of all. All right, y'all. So this is what I have for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Or is there any questions? I'll give y'all to 48 minutes and 30 seconds to type any questions in the chat that you may have before I close this out. All right, any questions regarding your dynamic with your spirit baby before I close this segment out? Got about 20 more seconds. And I'm going to shut it down. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the likes, comments, subscribes, just viewing. I really appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Much love. Bye.